Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. Folks, it is Tuesday, late afternoon, early evening, wherever you may be, okay? You see the title, Simone Biles wins record 9th all-around title at United States Championships. The dominant society is all over this. You can't act like she ain't getting no light, no shine. They are propping her up as her own community, acknowledging her greatness. Yes, greatness. Let me just read some things because I had to get up to speed, slacking. I damn near want to apologize to this young woman, but I don't apologize. But Simone Biles, 27 years of age. Man, I printed out 20 pages from her Wikipedia page. Wow. Born March 14th, 1997. A total of 37 Olympic and World Championship medals. She is the most decorated gymnast in history. Keep that in mind, okay? She's also a 6-time world all-around champion, okay? World floor exercise champion, 4 times world balance beam champion. In 2019, she broke the record for the most world championship medals in gymnastics. Man, I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Her accomplishments, her achievements. And again, she's still very young. She's married, in case you don't know, not to a white man. Got herself an ex-NFL player. I hope he treats her good. If not, we need to drag him. But she is married, okay? Born in Columbus, Ohio, for those who don't know. She was in foster care. I'm not going to say her mother didn't want her, but her mother was unable to care for Simone and gave her up. Okay, so she was in foster care. She was adopted. To my knowledge, you correct me if I'm wrong, she is what you would call foundational Black American. Her stepmother is from Belize. Okay, so she also has a Belizean citizenship through her adoptive mother, but she is foundational Black American. Such a prize, such a champion, such a beautiful young woman. Yes, I'm going to say beautiful. Her inner core and her outside beauty makes her beautiful. A lot of women are attractive, but they're ugly as fuck on the inside, okay? In case you don't know, back in 2018, she came forward and spoke about being molested. And this is all documented. The former coach, I'm not going to say his name. He was molesting some of the girls, okay? But she's a survivor. For those of you who know her journey, her history, she sat out during the Tokyo. Well, I'll just say there was a point in her life. You can give me the dates and the times and everything where she was going through it mentally, and she stepped back, but then she bounced right back. She won. Oh, man, the comeback award, the Loris World Comeback of the Year award. I watched her recently, as many of you just did. I hope you did, with regards to the Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics, May the 30th through June the 2nd in Fort Worth, Texas. She killed it, nailed it, okay? I've got some other information here with regards to her, and I'm wondering... Yeah, I hate to say this, but where is her deal with Nike? Why doesn't she have a shoe? I know she's a gymnast, and most of what she does is, she's barefoot, but does she have a sneaker line? Good evening, troll babies. Can someone please educate me on Simone Biles? Huh? I've got other information I want to talk about, according to some other sources here. Let me read this. Hold on a second. Celebrated as the most decorated gymnast of all time. Again, okay, 27 years of age. I said that. Her earnings breakdown, in case you don't know, roughly $5 million per year. That's not a lot if you ask me. I mean, you've got Caitlin Clark and others. I mean, I don't want to, kick dirt in that direction, but I have to say there's no comparison. There's no comparison. But you got other females that are making more money than Simone. Someone please call in, break this down. If you are a content creator and you have already done a video on this, please call in. I will promote your platform. You know this already. I've got a breakdown of what her Each medal, what each medal brought her, pardon me, only $5 million annually. And I've got a list of some of her brands: Uber Eats, Visa, United Airlines. Why doesn't she have a Nike deal? Phone lines open right now. Just call in, even if you're not the speed. Just say, hey, man, salute to the queen. This is a queen. This is a queen. Just call in and say salute to the queen, huh? Put a voice to it. All right, Simone Biles. And I've got more information here. Again, coming up to the 2024 Paris Olympics, she has already dominated, okay? So that's my focus here this late afternoon, early evening. Showrunner. Oh, I need some time. Do men deserve multiple wives? Men. Now, you've heard me say before, not every male is a man. So don't just think because you've got, a tool and two balls, you're a man. No. And having multiple wives, if you know the history of polygamy and monogamy, it's not about sex. That's a small part of it. Are you qualified to lead? Do you understand that throughout history, kings and the reason why, for the most part, they believed in multiple wives is because you can't just count on one woman to give you a good egg or eggs. Some of these broads out here are sickly. They have polluted wombs, anemic. All sorts of blood deficiencies. So to the point of, procreating, a man may need multiple wives. And I want to talk about the history here this evening about multiple wives. Do you understand what it is to be such a man of a certain caliber? Good afternoon, troll babies. Good afternoon, if I didn't acknowledge you folks yet. Got some other things I want to talk about here. Hold on a second. Hold on. Okay. With regards to do men deserve multiple wives, let me just ask you this off the rip. Is it not your duty to multiply and replenish the earth? Is it not your duty, no matter what, form of religious doctrines you subscribe to? Is it not your duty as a man to multiply and replenish the earth? Okay. Polygamy was allowed in the Old Testament, in case you don't know. And if anybody has knowledge, please call in, break it down. Huh? Abraham had 2 wives. Jacob had 2 wives. Where did this whole one woman law and mind manipulation, where did that come from? Why is it you can only have one, and then they don't want you to have too many, because then they'll put you in jail? I'm talking about the dominant society. In case you're new to the show, let me just say to you, I'm not married, and I don't think I ever will be married in the traditional sense. Those days are gone. I'm 60 years old. I would never get down on one knee. And if you can't bring something to the table, I'm damn sure not taking you shopping. Shopping! That still bothers me, what Vivica A. Fox says. Somebody let me go shopping. Shopping where? Where would you take a 60-year-old bitch? A Target? Hobby Lobby? Anyway, I want to talk about, with respect, some of you who are married. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I have never met a man who is happily married. That's no disrespect. Most of them are liars. They lie to their wives. And that's why I don't fuck with a lot of married men, because they try to include me in the bullshit when they want to creep off or sneak off. Oh, yeah, I'm going to take care of something with Star. Business with Star. No, I don't play that game. But most men that I know are not, pardon me, I've never met a man who's happily married. Ever. They all say, yo, it's a lot of work. Why? Why aren't you happy? Why isn't the experience, fulfilling and joyous? I don't want to work that hard. Okay, so I've got some notes here. I do want to have that serious conversation. Do men deserve multiple wives? And thank you, guys. A couple of people sent me emails with regards to Martin Lawrence. He's saying he's perfectly fine. No, my nigga, you're not. I'm not trying to clown Martin Lawrence, but no, he's not okay. He just did a press junket with Will Smith. They have a new Bad Boys coming up. No, Martin, you look crazy, my nigga. I say that with all due respect, all right? Okay, B. Amos, I got your donation, okay? Well, listen, man, if you have to this evening, call in, we need to have this discussion. Do men deserve multiple wives? Let me also just say this before I go to the phone lines. I see some of you sit tight. Today's modern woman, if you ask me, most of them are not worthy of getting down on one knee, let alone, treating them as if they're special. If she's on social media doing the most, chances are she could be a slore, a combination of a slut and a whore. If she's in seek of money just to respond to certain, tricks, people like that, simps, then in a sense, that's prostitution. But, that's legal by way of social media. But now, if you ask me, that's what we used to call a community bitch. A community bitch. Vanity driven and a community bitch. And we've got athletes that they wife those types of women, do they not? They wife them. That's my show this afternoon, early evening. All right. Hey, Penelope, I got your donation. Penelope, can you call in? I cannot read long emails. Please just call in. I will let you speak. You know that, all right? I want to have this conversation. The Rio Rico Mercado, thank you for tapping in, sir. He says, America tries to stop group economics. #wives. What you've just said makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense to me. Group economics. I'll even take it a step further. If you have a child or children with one woman and that woman, she's not a mother, because we've had that discussion. Everyone who gives birth is not necessarily a mother, just like every man who, plants a seed is not a father. He could just be a sperm donor. You might need another wife to actually help raise that child that the other wife gave birth to. Or you might need a wife to get the other wife on point mentally. Where do we come? Well, I know where, but I don't want to go too far back to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and Joseph Smith. We can go there if you need to. But going back to, Africa. Kings had wives for multiple reasons. The floor is open for you to have that discussion. Let me go to area code 332 early. Folks, please do not call me on a speakerphone. I'm going to bring you in. Please get right to the topic. You are my first caller. 332, are you ready? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Hey, good evening.
Yes,
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. And yourself?
I'm alive, sir. I'm alive.
All right, sounds good. I just wanted to touch on the do men deserve multiple wives topic. I think it's a very complicated subject to tackle. But
yes, but hang on a second. Even if you're not familiar with her pedigree, we have to put some respect on Simone Biles. Can you just acknowledge her, even if it's just a quick piece of the queen, and then we can get to the showrunner?
No, most definitely. And just like you said, why doesn't she have a deal with why isn't her brand aligned with a big brand? Just that alone. I'm just leaving that out there. It definitely should be addressed.
Yeah.
But no, just getting back to my thought. You mentioned about, are we not here just to procreate? I always do a wildlife test. Look at any other species here on Earth. That is their sole purpose.
Facts.
It doesn't even require conscious thought from them.
Yeah.
So why do we think we're any different? But again, just being human, the human experience is very complicated. You make mention of dominant society. We're all born naturally into this world. And just because, my genes might be, superior to that from, relative to other races, it doesn't necessarily mean my offspring has a better chance of surviving, because the human experience has brought into things like, again, like education, having a job. So me being genetically superior to other races doesn't mean my offspring will, be on top. So yeah, I think we should be here to procreate, but it doesn't necessarily mean that everybody, should really, have a chance, like have offspring, because that offspring might not be in a good position. And actually,
so are you saying, with regards to the question, do men deserve multiple wives? Are you saying not necessarily? I want to be clear. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Oh, sorry. No. No, most definitely, yeah. Because again, I personally haven't seen anybody happily married to one person. So just for that alone, then yeah. But I was just more to focusing on the just with multiple wives for more kids. And just, pro-life or more life, just for that aspect alone.
Pro-life, But sometimes it's a crapshoot, You got one that comes out and this one might be dyslexic. This one might have a severe underbite. This one here has some type of bronchitis. And this little one over here has, I don't know. I don't want to clown people's kids, but, just... as a man, and if depending on your religious position, if any, made in the image of the omnipotent power, shouldn't you have the right, by way of religious doctrines, to have multiple wives?
I totally agree, but if you're in a disenfranchised community, you got these good genes. You got multiple. You're constantly just bringing these kids into bad situations, and they're physically fit. Like, doesn't make sense. And again, it's more complicated than that. Yeah, maybe a man who's a go-getter. Right. He got good genes and he's a go-getter. Gotcha. Yeah, have all the kids with all the wives, but most of us aren't in that situation. Going back to your point.
All right, sir, I have to take the calls. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Sit tight, area code 646. You will be next. Sit tight, 646. Joe Black, I got your donation. Joe Black, are you calling in, sir? Let's get you on the line at 8 p.m. Joe Black, if that is you, one of my new sponsors. Oh, he's got some real popping. Not just sunglasses, but he has a luxury line. Let me get that on the screen for you. Joe Black just sent a donation. Pardon me. LuxuryOpticDesign.com. Okay. Repairs, patent-owned frames, nose pads, adjustments, and so much more. Okay. Joe, 8 p.m. if you're available. Let's get you on the line then. Right now, let's go to 646. Good evening. This is somewhat of a research show. Are you there? 646.
Yes.
How are you?
Yes. All right. And yourself?
Good. Where do you want to start?
I can't help on oh man, a peace to the queen.
Peace.
Give her all the props in the world. And just like you said, she should have mad endorsements. Nike, this, that, everything.
Why isn't she modeling Beyonce's line or something? Rihanna's got a new hair, whatever that's called, Fenty something. What? This girl should be making $40 million a year. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Listen. And it seems like when a good black woman happen to be doing something, they don't want to promote that. Now that she was someone, the dominant people, they'll give her all the money in the world and she ain't worth nothing. But now there's a sister that is, out doing the right thing, living right, ain't all in the newspapers for anything negative. Right. Come on, 5 million?
Yeah.
That don't make no sense. She's a positive role model. They don't want that. They don't want that. The dominant society don't want that.
Well, now, hang on a second. I can't say they're not agnowledging her, because if you type in, hang on. If you type in Simone Biles and then you click news, there's so much coverage on her. So it's not like they're trying to stop her. I mean, the New York Times, ESPN, Fox News,
of course not.
NPR, USA Today, and they're all talking about she is the one for the upcoming 2024 Paris Olympics. Go ahead.
Yes. Well, you can speak about them, but as far as giving her just due. Nah. She got to be one of these glorrillas or whatever the heck these sexy red. That don't make no sense. If you act a fool, you could get money. But
hang on a second, sir. Glorilla caught a lick for $400K. Somebody's doing interviews now talking about she caught him for $400K. I don't know, but anyway, let's get back to
yeah. I heard about that.
Nigga shit.
Man, I heard about that one. That one is wicked. Word. I'm like, yo, how money paid her $100K?
$400K, sir. But hang on. Sir. Let's get back to Simone. Get back to Simone, please. Simone.
All right. Well, with Simone, yeah, come on. She should have that.
Yeah.
I totally agree. And about marriage, I'm Muslim.
Okay.
But the thing is, there's great responsibility. It's not just for every man.
Right.
It's for those who can afford to do so. And the thing is, we should be able to afford to take care of, to have these more than one wife, because we don't want it to lead to the wrong things in life. You want a woman to be covered by a man. That's what it's supposed to be, because men are the providers and protectors of women and children. So who is covering you? Who's taking care of you? Everybody needs love, and it's more than just love. It's for protection. You're left out there, and she ain't got no man, and every woman is fighting for a man. Come on, you got to be covered. That's the main thing, for you to be covered.
Okay.
But
now, do you have multiple wives, sir? Or do you have one? You said you're Muslim, yes?
No, I don't. Because in Islam we have a rule, is that you got to be able to take care of a wife, and I ain't talking about on the welfare or anything like that. If I have one wife, I got a second wife or third wife. Each one have to receive the same thing. If I give one wife $100,000, I got to give the other wives $100,000. If I got one wife living in the house, I got to have the other one living in the house. They not living in the.
Sir, I have to jump in with all due respect. And how old are you, sir?
Yeah. Oh, I'm 59.
59. Okay, so you and I are from that era. And listen, man, I say this. Hang on, with all due respect. It's not so much about you taking care of them. We have to work together as a community. They have to earn.
Of course. Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. That's not for any woman. For any woman. She's got to be the right woman. Because remember, that's got to be your place of peace. Now, if she's in the streets or this, that, or not, that's not just for any woman.
Okay.
That's for the right woman.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it's easier said than done.
Okay.
People think it's easy, but it's not easy.
I thank you for the call, sir. Thank you.
Yes, you probably remember me, correction officer. I spoke to you some while back.
Sorry, I don't, sir, but thank you for your call. Thank you.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you, sir. I don't know these niggas like that, man. I don't. Hang on a second, guys. What year did Simone Biles? I'm just going through her accomplishments. Astonishing. Astonishing. Astonishing, huh? Hey, Evelyn, thank you for your donation. She said, you're right, Star. Salute to the Queen, Simone Biles. Yeah. I mean, over the decades, I've, peeked in with regards to gymnastics. I remember Gabby Douglas doing the damn thing. Her and Simone are friends. But, Simone has gone on to surpass everybody. Everybody. And again, Simone Biles is a survivor of I don't have the correct wording. I'm going through the notes here. She was violated by the former coach. Let me find the exact dates and I'll get you in a second. Area code 770. Are you there? Good afternoon. Good evening. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. We're going to start.
I wanted to start with the fact that you acknowledge a lot of positive stuff like this. And I have two granddaughters,
Okay.
and this is a time for me to present this young lady to, so they have a role model, a nice, something to look forward to. Yeah. Because I just think that the little kids now, man, they just into so many other things. So this would be my opportunity to say, hey, this young lady right here is doing it. So, just give them something different, man, to look forward to other than an iPad and whatever stuff that they're into now. So I just wanted to salute her, and it'll be somebody after her.
Well, now, hang on, sir. I don't know about after her accomplishing what she has achieved. Have you read through her bio? I mean, she's the most decorated, sir. So all of that, so-and-so is on the come up. That sounds hot. Have you read through her bio? Phenomenal.
Not all of it. Not all of it. No, sir.
Phenomenal. And again, what she has endured, she was put up for adoption. I can't even speak to the trauma of that. Right. Sexually violated, and she has bounced back. She was dealing with mental health issues. She has bounced back, and at 27 years of age, she is still the most decorated. And the dominant society is saying, hey, she's the one to take us to Paris, France, and rep the USA. Right. Go ahead. Right.
Yeah. So I just wanted to call in and salute her. And I heard of her name, but not to the way that you brought her to the forefront of your platform. And I appreciate that too, man. And so, like I said, I can now present her to my granddaughters. They're 8 and 2, just to give them a little history on, people young women that like herself that can accomplish things.
Yeah. I thank you for the call, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
I'm looking for something. Guys, give me a second. I have to do a little bit of research as well here. Also on the screen, youtube.com/@today'sreligioustalk. David D. Cordova posted a video. Is Jesus Christ... No, pardon me. Was Jesus Christ an alien? It's in my community section. Janet, I see your email. Hey, Janet. Okay, so she had a sponsorship with Nike, and she left. What happened? She switched to Althea just before the Tokyo Olympic Games. Okay, they probably weren't paying her enough, Nike. I've got her information here with regards to her net worth, annual salary. What was Nike paying her? I can't click on the link right now. They out here paying rappers, paying them big money. These delusional ass fuck boys claiming to be gangsters, licking holes and sucking poles on the down low. But if she wasn't getting 20 million, just fuck Nike. I'll say that. Okay, somebody trolling, but they sent it a donation. Duppies and Coke. Men don't deserve to have multiple wives until they learn how to check a bitch. Starting with their mothers and daughters. Hashtag Tyson blows. For those who don't know, a duppy is a ghost. If you're from Jamaica, you know what a duppy is. I agree. Until you learn how to check your wife and your daughter. Yeah, because at some point, the mother has to get, moved to the side, so to speak, and then the wife steps in to be respectful to the mother, but at the same time, she has to assume the role. Thank you for your donation, Duppies and Coke. Phone lines are open. I want people on the lines just acknowledging Simone Biles. You don't have to know her history. This is a positive, feel-good show. Sending positive vibes. What is that they used to do back in the days? The whole woke. I forget. Hang on a second. Maurizio. Okay, Maurizio, a Puerto Rican, sent in a donation, says salute to the queen. How about that, huh? Area code 973. Sit tight. You will be my next caller. 973. Get ready, please. Get ready. Also, guys, mysupremewellbeing.com. Great products. Go there. Tell them I sent you. Okay. And I'm looking for something here with, matter of fact, Janet, are you out there? What year, Janet, did Simone Biles come forward with regards to being sexually violated? Do you know, Janet? I've got so many notes on my desk. That would be a big help if you can help me with that. Area code 973. Good evening. Are you there? 973.
Yes,
How are you, man?
Yes, sir. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, sir. What's cracking?
Man, I just want to speak about Simone Biles and her greatness real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't think the Black community realizes how just amazing this young lady is. As far as just her athleticism, sportsmanship, craftsmanship, she is a modern day Picasso, so to speak, of gymnastics. I mean, we'll probably never see anything like her again. And I think that really, really, really needs to be acknowledged.
Do you know gymnastics? I don't claim to know. I mean, I've watched over the years, but, I don't know the full scope of her greatness, but they say she is the most decorated,
Yeah, not just decorated, but so I've been watching the Olympics since I was a child.
Okay.
I was born in the 80s, so okay. Olympics is my thing. A little bit of history. Simone Biles has a maneuver or a gymnastics move called the Biles, like named after her.
Yes.
That they banned because no other gymnast in history could do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that just goes to show how great this young lady is. I know that Dominique Dawes was a really, really popular gymnast when I was coming up. Mm-hmm. And then you kind of had, the Gabby Douglases and everyone else, but Simone Biles has changed the game, and it'll be really, really painful when she retires. So I think we need to recognize his greatness, recognize that this young Black woman is not only representing the Black community, but she is representing the United States to the highest capacity. And we need to be paying a lot more attention to her as opposed to,
Let me ask you a question. And again, I'm somewhat embarrassed not to know her full, a body of achievements. Is she not hip hop enough? Is she not out there up in the clubs, on stage with niggas? Thus the reason why they don't, prop her up,
Yeah. As far as the hip hop community, I have not seen an embrace of Simone Biles. I would personally consider her the upper echelon of Black community, the top 10%.
Right.
And, she doesn't wear slave chains. She doesn't paint her nails all long. Yeah. She doesn't wear the hair.
She doesn't wear crazy lace fronts like Sha'Carri Richardson.
Yeah, so I haven't seen her in any rap videos. I know she is married to a NFL safety, a football player.
Yeah, former NFL player. Former, yeah.
Okay, former. Yeah. And I remember a lot of her sisters in the sisterhood dissing her because this young man said that he was a catch, and she agreed to it.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, this young man, I forget the gentleman's name, but a lot of Black women, if they...
Simone Biles' husband. Hold on a second. That's that nigga's name. Yeah. Simone Biles' husband. That's his name.
Yeah. Oh, shit. My partner language. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Simone Biles' husband.
Yeah.
But this cat, he's a pretty good football player. But I remember the sisterhood dissing her. Yeah. You know what I mean? Saying that, a man should never say he's the catch, and they're propping her accomplishments up against him, and it's just crazy. So I don't think Simone Biles even cares about hip hop. She would, be considered the top 10%. She's an Olympic athlete. So
hang on a second, stay with me. I forget where it was, but when she came out, it may have been recently in at the was it the Core Water I think I don't know. She came out to Taylor Swift music, and the Swifties, they're supporting Simone Biles. You know where that was? I forget. Was that recently or? It may have been in Hartford, Connecticut. I'll look for the notes. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't really remember that, but what I also believe, I could be 100% wrong, is that I don't think she even wanted to ingratiate herself with the hip hop community. I think, and I believe, once she really realized how good she was, and once she started winning gold medals and getting those endorsements, I think she said, you know what? I don't want no part of that stuff. But because
if she didn't say that, let's not put that on her. If she didn't say that, I mean, listen, I remember Serena Williams on stage, shaking her doo-doo maker when Ludacris was rapping.
Yeah.
Back when she was trying she was trying to get down with the niggas, and they didn't want her. Wasn't she dating Common, Serena Williams?
Yeah, Common, Drake. Oh, and don't forget the Crip Walk when she won her gold medal in 2012, I think.
They came up in Compton, so I can get past that. But I'm just talking about, the whole on stage at Ludacris. But anyway, hang on a second. You said that her move has been banned. I didn't see that anywhere. I know that the Death Loop from 1972 by Olga Corbett, that was banned. You said they banned Simone Biles' a routine of sorts?
Yeah.
I never heard that.
Well, she has a maneuver called the Biles, and I maybe not ban it. I might have misspoke, but they penalize her for it. So the move is something that has never been done. She's perfected it, and every time she does it, they don't give her the amount of points she deserves, and it's almost like a penalty against her. Right. So she just stopped doing it after a while.
Right.
So
I'm old as dust, sir. Have you ever heard of Olga Corbett from the 1972 Munich
Man,
Olympics?
No, I never heard of that. No, absolutely not. I don't know what that is.
Hang on a second. If you know gymnastics, then this is a piece of history. It's very, very important. 17-year-old Soviet gymnast back in those days, Olga Corbett. She did something called the dead loop, LOOP. And they banned it because the history of the uneven bars, they didn't have those wires to hold the bars once upon a time, and the distance was shorter. But 1972, they pulled the uneven bars farther apart, and what she did was like phenomenal and fucking crazy. And they said, hey, somebody can kill themselves doing that. So I know they banned that. The death loop. Go ahead. Dead loop. Right.
Okay, no, that history escapes me. Yeah. I think I've been watching the Olympics since around 1996 and the Olympic Games in Atlanta.
I'm old, sir.
And yeah, I got you. And I remember Dominique Dawes just wiping the floor with everybody.
Yeah.
And then a couple sisters since then, and then Gabby Douglas and them in 2012. But Simone Biles has like totally just surpassed everyone. Yeah. She changed the game. I mean, she's so undeniably great that I believe the dominant society just has to accept her. They really don't have a choice.
Well, listen, I got to take other calls. They are promoting the shit out of her, and I hope to see more people this evening, at least calling in to acknowledge her. But I got to go, man. Thank you for your call.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay. Charisse, I got your Cash App. Thank you, darling. She says, you're an old walking encyclopedia. Listen, that was huge when I was a kid. Ooh, Olga Corbett. Now, I think she went on to become a cigarette smoker, and I don't think she ever made any real money, but she put it down for those who know, gymnastics, 1972. You know who would know? Janet would know. Let me bring Janet in. Janet, do you remember Olga Corbett? You're a few years younger than me. Where's Janet?
Now, I'm sorry. What did you say? Do I remember who?
Olga Corbett, 1972, Munich Olympics, when she did the dead loop, and they said, whoa, that's a little extreme and crazy. It was fucking beautiful, but they banned that because they felt that people could break their necks or fucking get paralyzed. Olga Corbett, no?
Yeah, No, I don't. I've seen it on the YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, they banned that move. Yeah, I've seen it on the YouTube.
I saw it on television in my living room.
Well,
Okay. Anyway, hey,
I was 3 years old at the time.
Okay.
So
did you find what year did Simone Biles come out with regards to being sexually violated by that coach? I'm searching through these notes here. Did you find it?
Well, it says that the first complaint came about this coach. I don't want to mention his name.
Right.
Was in July 2015.
Okay.
And it was reported to the FBI.
Right.
However, it was an FBI guy who wanted to join the United States Olympic Committee because he wanted to retire and join them. They reported it to him. He only talked to one person. And then he directed his office to give false, it's right here on NBC News, false instructions, statements to the reporters in 2017. Okay. So this is why this man got away with this for so long. But he hasn't sexually assaulted over 100 victims.
Yeah.
And possess thousands of images of child pornography.
Yeah, easy with that.
This is
easy
sick.
with that. Okay.
Yeah, this is sick.
Yeah.
This is sick.
So,
and the thing is,
so she's been through not just being adopted, but she's been through that as well. So she truly is a champion and a survivor. I just want to say that. Now let's not harp on that. I thank you for that information. Are you up to speed on her as much as you should be? Keep it real. Keep it real.
No, I'm not. I do watch and I catch the articles as they come by on the feed. But I must say that when you were speaking earlier about her, why she doesn't have a Nike deal, she turned that down. Okay. She got rid of Nike because she didn't feel that even though they have a contract with the Olympics, the gymnastics, she personally refused to have one after she felt that they didn't speak up enough or help, and then because they had money and they had sponsors and people were complaining, and here they was this big giant with all this money that could have used their influence to help further along this case, because the case was not moving. Gotcha. Because the FBI person in charge of the case didn't move it. He didn't move it because he wanted a particular job. So to hell with all these young ladies and these young boys. He wanted a particular job and he didn't move it. Okay. So
I want to get past the Nike situation. So she turned them down. Was she signed with them at any point, or was that a team endorsement? Was that an individual endorsement for her own sneaker or something like that?
No, she was. Let me go back to the email. She was signed because I want to make sure I get the information right. I don't want to give anybody any false information. Come on. So my hope is it says that she left them. Let me get to this email. Let me get okay, so I can read it directly to you,
please.
Yeah, it says that It says in 2021, Simone gave up sponsorship deal with Nike and switched to Athea just before the Tokyo Olympic Games, per the New York Times. She stopped that her sponsorship when she left Nike. It undercut the U.S. gymnastics contract with Nike, but she stood strong.
Stop right there. So what you've just said to me, hang on, the gymnastics deal, the team, are you sure it was an individual contract? I just want to be clear. I don't want to spend too much time on this.
No, I mean you verbatim.
But can you tell me? I hear what you're reading, but I'm asking you. Can you tell me?
She had the team had a sponsorship with Nike.
The team, yes, the team. The team. Did Simone Biles, Janet, please, did Simone Biles have an individual deal with Nike?
Well, it states right here. I'm going to have to look that up to get that precise answer, because now I'm hearing what you're saying. But it says in 2021, it gives credence that she had a deal. Simone gave up a sponsorship deal with Nike.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right,
Do you want to take a shot at this showrunner? Do men deserve multiple wives? You're in your late 50s. What say you, Janet?
I think they should. I think they should.
Come on.
I think they should. If they could take care of them, I think they should. I think it would solve a lot of problems. I think it would. I really do. I think it would solve a lot of problems, especially in the Black community. Yeah. So that's my simple answer to that.
I don't agree with that whole.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't agree with that whole if they can take care of them. You see, it's we are living under this falsified law, if you will, and putting men in jail for lack of child support. And that has layers to it. We've had that discussion before. I think there should be there should be options. There should be things available to a man or a family that has multiple wives. It shouldn't just fall on the goddamn man. Oh, if you can't pay for the kids, you go to jail. No, this country opens up the goddamn borders, lets people come here, gives them head starts, stipends, debit cards, and all sorts of shit. These people are coming here. They're being let out of goddamn jails, psycho wards, and their families are being given a chance to start. And here you have people that have built the goddamn nation, or descendants, if you will, ADOS, FBA, whatever you want to classify yourselves, you know? I don't think that the alternative should be, well, if you can't afford them, you go to jail. No, then you should give my wife, an opportunity and give us some type of, I don't know, head start. Go ahead.
Well, my whole thing is, when I say if he could be able to take care of them, that's not just monetarily, because most women do work. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying emotionally, I'm saying is could he be there? Could he be there for all his wives the way he should be mentally? Because I believe a man is supposed to lead. Okay. Now, so if you're strong enough to lead these women, then yeah, you can have more than one wife. Okay. You should. I think I think it's natural. Okay. I think it's
2016. Pardon me for cutting you off, Janet. 2016 is when Simone Biles came forward shortly after with firsthand accounts of how she too had been sexually assaulted by Nasser. Yeah, I said his name. Okay, 2016. So she is not only a champion, she is a survivor. Here's something I want to throw at you, Jen, because you do great research and you do help me from time to time. Kyrie Irving, do you know the history of his sneakers he's been wearing during the playoffs? And he has traced his lineage. His mother belonged to a tribe, I forget which one, and they gave him a name. I forget what you call what they the ceremony, but the sneakers that he's wearing, that sneakers that have the tassels and other things are connected to his tribe. Did you know this, Kyrie Irving?
No, I didn't know it. I haven't come across it. But that sounds wonderful. Yeah, I'm gonna try to read up more about that. That sounds nice. Okay. But so my two things, Simone is a hero more than we know.
I would say so.
And secondly, I think it's natural for a man to have more than one wife. Okay. I really do. I think this is a Victorian structure we have here in the United States, where a man can only have one wife. Mm-hmm. I think that's outdated. I don't think that's how the nature meant it to be. But we've been forced into it. So there we have it. Until we, get together and people talk about it and be open and honest, then maybe things could change. All right.
I got to run, Janet. Great to talk to you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye now. Okay. I fuck with Janet heavy, but sometimes, just I need to be precise. Troll babies. Do we have to do some type of petition? Ask Michael Jordan, why doesn't Simone Biles have a Jordan deal? Why isn't she making $20 million a year off of some goddamn Jordans? Do men deserve multiple wives? That's my showrunner. Come on, chime in. It's not just about sex. Again, I have never met, nor do I know any men now who are married and they're happy. No, you're a liar. I say that respectfully. I mean, I know guys who are good fathers. You know, they, well, of course, it's work. You know, but they become beaten down, shells of what they used to be. Not saying you have to be, overly confident and arrogant. No. But I don't know any men that are happily married. Gangs of Love, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Okay, so he says, Star, I have one wife. Okay. With all due respect, Gangs of Love, I appreciate your support, but you're not happy. Call in and convince us that you're happy. I appreciate your support. Call in, tell us that you're happy. Hold on a second. Someone's saying, do I remember you? No, I don't know. Who are you? Please stop with the sending me emails asking, do I remember you? And then the link doesn't even work. Get out of here. Luis. Okay, what are you talking about, Luis? More detail, please. More details, please. But thank you for chiming in. Hold on, guys. Charisse. Hey, Charisse. Charisse, I certainly do not think that the average woman today is special. I don't. I really don't. I mean, and when we talk about, somebody putting a ring on it, I mean, if you're not special, why should somebody put a ring on it? If the average nondescript bum nigga can see my wife's vagina and see her jamming a dildo in her ass for $5 a month, she ain't special. So therefore, she should not have the title of my wife. No, she can be, somebody who I get money with. That's about it. Let's go to area code 470. Good evening, Simone Biles. Are you up to speed? Ninth.
Yeah, what's up, Star?
All-around title. Yes, sir. USA Championships. Start there, sir. Start there.
Right. How you doing? I was going to say that as far as Simone Biles goes, absolutely salute to the queen.
Yeah.
And I do believe that Simone Biles, she's doing everything correctly, And I think that a lot of, she does have a lot of haters and she gets a lot of backlash because of who she's married to, if that makes sense. Because like a lot of the stuff that's been coming up on Simone Biles and stuff before her accolades is that, she's married to a bum and he's her husband. She's not his wife and stuff. And what has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, or a certain demographic the wrong way, is that she had said on a sports podcast one time, and it was his interview, and he said that he was the prize. And she agreed with that. And she even said that she can't wait for the time when she gets to retire and be known as his wife rather than Simone Biles.
Salute to that queen, huh? She sounds like a righteous woman. Righteous.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And
let me upgrade. Hang on a second. Let me upgrade my wording of this queen. A righteous queen. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. And I was also going to say that
because of that image that she puts, a lot of people call her pick me and this and that. So
don't repeat that. Don't repeat that.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's something that these disgusting mammies say because they ain't got no man, or they have a piece of a man. Don't repeat mammy, words. Go ahead.
But and that's the thing. That's what I think. That's just my opinion. I do believe that because that particular demographic is very important to a lot of companies, for example, especially when it comes to women of color in sports. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking that might be one of the reasons why, the major publications are, hyping her up and everything. But, I guess amongst the people or the culture and stuff, it's not really being talked about. Now, if she leaves her dude and she breaks up or she divorces him, and shows that she's strong and all that stuff, I do believe that, we might see a lot more.
Sir, stop right there. Stop right there. That nigga, whoever that nigga is, we don't care about his name. We're calling him Simone Biles' husband. He may be giving her that good dick. Thus, the reason why she can give us these still championship performances at 27, because most of the other girls are younger than her. Yes?
Absolutely.
So she's getting the good dick, right? She doesn't have those. Hang on. Let me talk my talk. Let me take it back. She doesn't have those nasty Glodine white fingernails. Long before Cardi B, long before the rest of these girls, with the long nails. Glodine White started that. Barry White's wife from Love Unlimited, 1972. So Simone Biles is not up there sitting up on the gram with a fucking bonnet, eating some king crab. Yeah, y'all. She ain't doing all that. So therefore the mammies are not feeling her. How many followers does she have on Instagram?
On IG, I think it's in the tens of millions. I mean, I don't really follow her on IG, but she has a
hold on.
Couple million.
I want to make a point. Okay, here we go. Simone Biles, Instagram. Okay, she's only got 7 million.
7 million.
How many does that nasty? How much does that nasty Trini girl from Southside Jamaica, Queens have with that nasty fucking disposition? These bitches is my sons. How many does she have?
Nicki Minaj, I believe she's in the tens of millions. I think she got like over 200 million followers.
Yeah,
I think it's over 200 million.
Come on.
Well, she fits the profile more, Star. She's a rapper. She's older. She is married to.
She's deplorable. And listen, and I got a Nicki Minaj diamond plaque. I think I'm gonna sell that motherfucker for 10 racks. Anyway, go ahead and finish up, sir. Did you address the showrunner? Do men deserve multiple wives?
Absolutely. I would agree that men do deserve multiple wives. However, I don't think that's very practical in this day and age, in the society that we live in. Yeah. In order for you to live in a society, it has to be monogamy. The government has to be able to keep track of you. And also, if we have, just like we have now in the modern dating world, where it's like a small percentage of men have access to most of the women and stuff, if that was marriage, then you would have even more disgruntled men out here. Like, say, if we were in the monarchy and stuff, we would have more disgruntled men out here, and they might end up, spazzing out.
I disagree, sir, but I thank you for your call. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Look at this righteous queen, Simone Biles. She's only got 7 million followers on the gram. On Twitter, you used to be able to go to Twitter Audit to find out how many fake followers people had on Twitter. You guys remember I used to tell you about that? There's a site that you can go to find out how many fake Instagram followers people have as well. All of this shit can be audited and broken down. Hold on a second. Somebody text me. Okay, someone said Simone acknowledged the abuse January the 15th, 2018. The righteous queen. I feel her pain. Area code 919. Good evening. We're talking about Simone Biles. Have you ever heard of her?
Yeah, what up, Star?
Yes, sir. You ever heard of Simone Biles?
Oh, of course. Yo, this is Zach calling out of Durham, North Carolina,
Hey,
home of the late great William
Yes,
Serrane.
sir. What's up, man? How's it going?
What up? What up? Yeah, man, just tuning in. You know, I just jumped on. Simone Biles, man, she keep winning. Good for her. Beautiful young black woman. Always seems happy. She's kicking ass. People hating. What's new? You know what I'm saying? What's new?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like you know, it was something that the gentleman before me said, you know, she's married and she's happy in her marriage.
Yeah.
That's it. That stuff matters if you ask me. I always say most of the time, happy women are married. Married women are very happy. It just, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got to come out here and fight the world on their own. You know what I'm saying? Take care of all the responsibilities and bills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She winning. She winning all around.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Her husband is not a convicted sex offender like somebody's
Come
husband.
on, let's go.
Hell,
Damn. Yo, you ragging on the Star, but you telling the truth.
everybody can get the smoke. I don't give a goddamn about no fucking diamond plaque. You know, Simone Biles is
Straight
not.
up,
She ain't
straight
married
up.
to a sex offender. I'm on her IG page. Oh, look at the wedding pictures. Go ahead, Queen. Look at the all that chocolate.
You talking about Simone? You talking about Simone Biles?
Yeah.
Man, I bet you she got the prettiest, whitest smile going. It's genuine. Her eyes are probably glowing. Everybody is happy. You know what I'm saying? The individual you talking about, you know what I'm saying? With the offender, they probably mean mugging. It's probably all, you know what I'm saying, just fabricated fake.
Oh, Nikki's a hater, so I'm going there. Nikki's a hater.
Let's go. Let's go. Light ass up.
Simone Biles is my son.
Hey man, all the chicks I know that listen to her music faithfully, man, they just ratchet as hell. They just straight up losers. I'm gonna keep it real.
Hey man, before you go, sir, do men deserve multiple wives? I mean, I don't want to go too far back into religion, but you know, there was a time when this was condoned in the Old Testament. Yes, no?
I mean, who am I to say? But if you can handle them and you can afford them, you know what I'm saying? Go for it. You know what I mean? Like we already practice polygamy anyway. You know what I'm saying? Might as well make it structured.
Okay, I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
Yo, before I go, can I let the troll babies know it's still a 10% discount if you use promo code on My Supreme Wellbeing?
Oh yes. Hey,
you know
man. Hey, you're supposed to tell. Hold on. You're supposed to tell me before you come on the line, man, so I can put your information on the screen.
Well, you know. I mean, like I say, it's plant-based OH. You know what I'm saying? You spoke to him last week. I try to let him get the promo off. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to come and flood. I don't want to flood every single time I pop up. It's just straight up stop the show for me. You know what I'm saying?
Hang on. Sponsors get what's called premium ad placement. Just say, Star, this is so-and-so from MySupremeWellbeing.com. You see the show running right now? It's important, man, that I put that on the screen.
Hey, man, you're doing a lot, man. Amy doing a great job. You know, I've been watching you for 5 years. I already knew.
I
already knew where to come. I already knew where to come to, you know what I'm saying, get our business out there, man.
Sir.
You the only one out here who does that stuff.
Salute, man. Salute.
We appreciate you. And like we say, listen, you can bring Moses and Karuchi to Durham. Bring them with you.
Easy.
But
let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that online, man. Good to talk to you.
All right, Star. Peace.
Okay. Yes, sir. Peace. Look at this Queen Simone Biles, huh? She's looking at her husband in one of these pictures, and she's got that glow. Looking at that man and smiling. Boy, if that nigga ever disrespects her or treats her bad, we're gonna roll on that nigga on social media. But he looks like he's doing the right thing. Look at that beautiful smile. Good God. Let me bookmark this page. Oh, and she's showing the ring. They got matching wedding rings, and she probably paid for his ring. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, hating ass mammies. Rob Lowe got your donation. Star, go in on that nasty fake hater from Queens. Yeah, man. I don't want to give her too much light, man. But Rob Lowe, I'm really, really, man, just excited for what Simone Biles has done. I think there needs to be more acknowledgement and recognition. Hang on a second. I just want to check something here. Who remembers Mary Lou Retton? President's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports. America's sweetheart. That's what they used to call her. 56 years old. Anybody remember Mary Lou Retton? She's from my generation. Now, she was the truth also from Fairmont, West Virginia. Simone Biles has surpassed her. I remember she was standing with the greatest president ever, Ronald Reagan, in 1984 in Los Angeles. Oh, she probably still making $100 million a year, Mary Lou Retton. Blade, I got your donation. Star, why would men want to inflict that on themselves? What, multiple wives? You know, Blade, I'm a little surprised at you. You know, if a man can mentally lead the family, then having multiple wives should not be an issue. Again, never mind all this, if he can afford them. Well, the black man is owed a debt, right? So in reality, you, if we're talking about the government, reparations, whatever, you should be, helping my family and my wives. You never gave me what was said you were going to give by way of property, 40 acres and a mule. Nothing. You're a treaty breaker. That's a fact. You're putting me in jail, and you're making money off of me when you put me in jail. God damn, I can't win. Thank you, Blade. I don't know where you're going right now, Blade, but okay. Newt says, didn't Gangsta of Love go live from a closet once? That nigga's miserable. Well, he said that's his, what did he say? That's his, man cave in a sense. Why does a man need a man cave? Bitch, it's our house. I'll go in any goddamn room I want to and take my shoes off with my stink feet and, whatever, have a beer. Niggas out here with man caves. I would never. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. Ooh, Nancy Kerrigan. Oh, man. How about that, huh? Well, that was ice skating, sir. Hold on a second. $757. Good evening. We're talking about Simone Biles. Are you up to speed? Her accomplishments, getting ready for the Olympics. A true queen. Are you there?
Yes. Yeah, she the GOAT. Hello?
I'm here, sir. Go ahead. You have
okay. Yeah. She's the GOAT when it comes to
gymnastics.
Gymnastics, yes. Yeah, she's the best. And she still got some time left. So who knows how many records she'll set moving forward. Actually,
I don't think anybody will catch her records that she has now. I mean, they're getting ready for the 2024 Olympics in Paris, France, and the dominant society is loving her. They're saying she's unstoppable. Go ahead.
She's easily marketable. It's not. Outside of the the assault. Like, I mean, she has a pretty squeaky clean image. She's not known to get in any types of trouble or be, ratchet or any of those, She don't have the same image as Sha'Carri Richardson.
Why doesn't Rick Ross step in and give her a what is that, Wingstop or some shit he's got? Why doesn't he give her a deal? Why doesn't Fat Joe give her a deal with those goddamn those murder burgers, White Castle? Come on, give me some other people. Give me who else is balling out here? Balling. Who else is balling out here? Huh?
I mean, Jay-Z got the 40-40 club. She can get. They can sign her, and he got Rock Nation Sports.
Well, I don't want to see her signed to no Rock Nation Sports, but I'm sure he's got his hands in a whole lot of shit. I don't see
right.
I don't want to see her hanging out with rappers. Oh God, I don't want to see her on no fucking Summer Jam stage. No. But let's talk.
Right.
Some of the black people. What is Oprah doing? I'm sure Oprah's. Doing a whole bunch of shit. Why does Oprah give her $10 million a year? Yeah, girl, yeah, queen, all that old hot shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Like one of the callers earlier said, she kind of upset, the sisterhood with how much she actually seems to admire her husband.
Mm-hmm.
So she's upset a few people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I say it, or do you want to say it?
You can say it.
Aggie nigga bitches.
Pretty much.
Aggie nothing ass nigga bitches.
Right.
Ain't about shit, ain't got shit. Huh?
Right. Yeah. Single Aggie. Yeah. Right. There's not that's upset.
Fighting, cussing down in Atlanta, selling pussy up in adultsearch.com, list crawler. Oh, I gotta talk about
Waffle House.
Waffle House. Yeah, yo, we up in Papa Do's eating Alaskan king crab leg. All those Aggie bitches. Go ahead.
Right. Well, I forgot your girl name that got into the issue at Waffle House over the utensils.
Oh, Chikezia Clemens.
There we go. Bingo.
Yeah. Hey man, I appreciate the call.
Hey, one real quick though.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned Kyrie earlier.
Yeah.
And you were talking about his shoes. Kyrie actually just signed his father to a signature shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie's father has a signature shoe that's going to be released in Foot Locker September this year.
But now, hang on a second. Educate me. I just caught a little tidbit of information. The sneakers that he has been wearing are some type of some line that he has, or I don't want to say the wrong thing. It has to do with his tribe. He traced his ancestry. Do you know his mother was part of some Native American tribe, and that's why the sneakers have the tassels and things? Yes, no.
Yes, I can't tell you the name of the tribe, but I know that the name of the shoe, I think they call that particular colorway the Chief Hala. It's Hela.
Right, something like that. Yeah, I'll Google it. Thank you, man. I appreciate the call.
Yeah, and men do deserve more than one wife.
Okay, thank you, man. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on a second. Guys, should I text Florida Boy Jay for the information on Kyrie Irving? Maybe he can redeem himself from telling me that Bia was from the UK. When in reality, she's a Puerto Rican from Massachusetts. Hold on a sec. Hold on. Let me text this nigga, man. Florida Boy Jay, you out there? Jay. I'm live. Can you call in? Unless somebody else wants to call in about Kyrie. Florida Boy J, if you don't know, then just say, I don't know, big nigga. I don't know. Whew, they were hammering him in the goddamn comments on the last show. Do men deserve multiple wives? That's the question. Showrunner. I will not be getting married to one woman. I will not. And listen, it's either going to be an artificial, intelligent, synthetic life form, or it'll be 2 or 3 women. I'm just being honest, as they say in Harlem. That's an old saying. I'm just being honest. I can't leave everything to one woman. Somebody might come along and get the bitch dickmatized, and she just sell all my shit and, fuck up the whole legacy. Blade says, are black women criticizing Simone Biles' hair again? Hold on a second here. That's for the boy Jay. Okay, he says, damn, I'm not home. I'm driving at the moment. My bad. He's driving. Okay, in other words, he don't know. Kyrie Irving sneaker. Let me Google it. Hang on a second. Guys, I'm coming to the phone. Sit tight. Kyrie native. He traced his lineage. Okay. Ooh, Native News Online. Kyrie Irving debuts, his new Native-inspired sneakers. Let me put this in the live chat for those of you who, you may not be up to speed. Thank you to Jillian. She's a female out of California. She sent me the IG post with Kyrie Irving. Thank you, Jillian. Okay, so here's the picture. The sneakers look a little crazy, but that's that native swag. Okay, Standing Rock Sue, a star point guard, NBA. Okay, Mavericks. Okay. Okay, he's talking about his heritage. Okay, his mother, Elizabeth Larson, was a member of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe and lived on the reservation before being adopted by a family of Lutheran ministers. Both his grandparents and great-grandparents also hailed from Standing Rock Reservation. You see, you can't just talk that FBA shit if you don't trace your lineage. Kyrie first publicly acknowledged his connection to the Standing Rock Sioux tribe during a Christmas 2016 interview with ESPN, with Rachel Nichols. She probably didn't believe him. Let me bookmark this. Okay. Let me send this to you, Janet. Thank you, Janet. Janet, keeps me up to speed. Where's Janet's email? Hold on. Janet. Everybody hold on. That's my peoples. Janet, check your email if you're out there, okay? Something else I wanted to say about having multiple wives. Again, it's not about sex, But you have to be a man. You can't just be a male and you think, just because you got a tool between your legs, you can give direction and orders. No. It'll come back to me. I'm drawing a blank here. Spirit, I got your email. Thank you for tapping in. Spirit Smooth Tunes. And Spirit, I have your information for the screen as well. I always keep you right here. Let me just get this on the screen whilst I'm thinking about it. Lance, I got your donation, Lance. Lance, I'm not sure what's going on with Martin Lawrence. He says he's okay. He says he's fine. Okay. Someone just sent me the link. He said he couldn't be better. I think that's Cap, but you know. Spirit, thank you, man. Salute. Guys, on the screen, youtube.com/@Spirit Smooth Tunes. The selections are incredible. Not just classic songs he posts in his videos, but monumental songs as well. Okay. Let me go to area code 917. Good evening. We're talking about Simone Biles, Queen. Are you coming to the phone? If not, I have to go. Please do not call us on a speakerphone.
Hi, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Good evening.
How's it going? Hi, this is Tammy.
Hey, Tammy.
Well, okay. Roosevelt Island.
Can you fix your headset, baby? It sounds a little crazy. You got what do you got? The Bluetooth.
Oh, okay.
The Bluetooth.
Can you?
Yeah, you got you got the old school Bluetooth. Yes. Can you take that off so we can hear you, baby? Give her a second, guys.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Hold on, sweetheart.
Okay.
Oh God, phone is the worst. Hold on.
All right.
Okay, so you got me now.
There you go. Hey, you say your name is Tammy?
Yeah, I'm Tammy. I don't know if you remember me. I just want to say thank you for wishing me well. I sent you a donation last week. I'm the one with the broken foot.
Okay.
And
I don't remember, baby. My brain is fried, and I have something called prosopagnosia. Even if I saw you in person, I wouldn't know who you were. But what's cracking?
Of course you wouldn't. But anyhow, I just want to say thank you for your well wishes.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you for your well wishes. And regarding Simone Biles, I mean, she is so, like you say, the GOAT. She's the greatest. I love her so much.
Queen.
Her husband, queen, righteous queen.
Yeah.
Right, the righteous queen.
Yeah.
As far as her husband, I don't know too much about him, but Star, we are human.
He gives her the dick. Hey, listen, that's all we need to know. Keep dicking her down. Let her get out there to do what she does.
She's flipping at her more than she was before. I ain't mad at her at all. You know what I mean? I'm really not.
She's a world traveler. A balance beam, the vault, a floor exercise, triple double, all that fly shit. Come on.
Absolutely. She is great, and she is so great, and there's really no competition when it comes to her. But as far as the Olympics, I start, reminiscing on them when it's time for the Olympics. I really don't follow them, Mm-hmm. I'm your generation. I'm 57,
Okay.
And I'm not being fresh or anything, but you are so cute. You are so handsome.
Oh, thank you,
and
baby.
I enjoy your show.
Thank you.
I enjoy all your content.
Thank you, baby.
You don't take no shit. Wow. You are hilarious, And
where you from, baby? Where you from?
Roosevelt Island, New York. It's another piece of Manhattan.
I know it well.
Manhattan East Side.
I know it well.
You know about Roosevelt? Oh, it's so expensive out here, but I love it. It's like a little Manhattan suburbs,
Yeah.
But it's just so expensive up here in New York City. I want to migrate south, but I don't think so because I'm used to the bright lights in the city and everything. It gets so dark in the country.
What's the name of the place where they have the patients there on Roosevelt Island? What's the name of that place again?
I'm sorry?
Where they have the patients, the patients, the mentally.
That's not here anymore. Thank God.
What was it called?
But we do have a hospital here.
But what was that place called? What was that place called? I forget.
Oh, Goldwater was one, and the other one is named. Oh my God, what is that hospital down the street? The Goldwater Hospital.
Yeah.
You heard of that?
Yeah, I went out there one time to visit a girl.
Oh my! I'm sorry that I wasn't that girl. Okay.
No.
Did you take a ride on the trip?
No. Stay with me. I remember they had a big, thick ass wooden door. You had to tap on the thick glass. The glass had wires in it, and then the door was thick as shit. You walk in, and then you sit in that little. It's like a day room area where people. It's like Creedmoor. You ever heard of Creedmoor?
Yeah, I heard of Creedmoor. Yeah, Creedmoor Hospital. I heard of that. That's in Brooklyn. Yeah, I heard of Creedmoor. But the hospital that we have out here, as far as housing mental patients, we don't have that anymore. There's nothing but, $1 million condos out here. And they did leave one hospital, but it's for people that's handicapped, wheelchair bound, things of that nature. Yeah, and it's way on the end of the island by the lighthouse. But when you came out here, were you able to take a ride on the tramway? Tram? A lot of people kind of scared of that.
But baby, no. Creedmoor Psychiatric Center is in Queens. Creedmoor.
It's in Queens?
Yeah.
It is? Oh, okay. I thought it was in Brooklyn.
No.
My goodness.
You're thinking of the G building in Kings County. That's what you're thinking of.
Oh, Kings County Hospital. Oh, yeah, that's in that house, too.
Yeah.
I had my son at Kings County Hospital in '85. It's a great hospital, especially for gunshot victims, But I live right across the water from New York Presbyterian.
Okay.
New York Presbyterian Hospital, where I had my other son and my baby girl there. Yeah. But is there another question you want me to answer? Or is it just about Simone Biles? I don't know nothing about.
I have OCD. Roosevelt Island. What was the name of that goddamn place?
Well, back in the 50s, it was called Welfare Island, where it housed nothing but psychiatric patients. Nothing but. Did you remember that?
It used to be called the Smallpox Center. I mean, we're going back. For my generation, right?
Yeah. I was born in '66. Wonderful year, That's just my generation, because I'm not taking. I'm not trying to sound cocky, but yeah, we're like, running the world right now because Obama is in our, generation.
All right. I appreciate your call, baby. Thank you so much for tapping in.
And I appreciate you taking it. Oh, yeah, I tap in every time you come on.
Thank you,
I'll
baby.
continue to do so. I'm a great supporter of you.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful night and stay safe.
You too. Salute. Okay. Ward's Island. Randall's Island. Ward's Island. If you know, you know. Shit. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but yeah, I went to visit a girl one time there. She had fire pussy, but they were giving her Thorazine, and she came out to see me, and her face was dry. Her face was dry as fuck. I said, yo, you okay? I'm wilding. 832, sit tight. Just sit tight a second. I'll be right there. Do men deserve multiple wives? I guess what I'm trying to say is that, for us men, because not every male is a man, you deserve variety, options, if you will. Most of these girls today, they're not worthy of a cubic zirconia, let alone a fucking diamond. Give a bitch a piece of cloudy glass. A diamond? Got your mind? Hey, Sharon, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Sharon, call in. You're sending me two. I can't read 2 paragraphs. Just call in. If you have an issue with what I'm saying, call in. I'll let you speak. I'll give you the last word. Sheesh. Newt says, gangster of love, when he walks out of the closet, that's when he is happy. Okay. Spirit, I got your email. Thank you for tapping in. Spirit, okay? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I got your donation. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Okay, hang on a second. Somebody wants me to be in a film. Okay, hold on a second. I might be interested. I'm looking to play a psycho cop who shoots an unarmed teen in his back. Holler at me. Okay, Janet, you got my email. Thank you, Janet. Area code 832. Good evening. We're talking about Simone Biles putting respect on her name first. 832, you there? Good evening. Yes.
Star, what up, big homie? What's going on?
Hey,
Gangsta of love.
Hey, what's up, man? Good to hear from you. It's cracking.
Hey, not a whole lot. So, I'm listening to the show. I'm in the closet, so I got to keep it kind of low because my wife's in the other room. I don't want to hear. Want her to hear what I got to say, but
come on.
Should a man be able to have multiple wives? Me being married, I say no. But if I was to get if I was single, yeah, you should be able to have multiple wives. But I'm gonna be honest with you, having a whole bunch of wives, like just dealing with one woman is enough. And if you think about, even if you just take the sexual aspect out of it, trying to please two women at one time is gonna be hard because there's gonna be jealousy. You got to make a substantial amount of money to provide for them. And then that's not even just giving them red bottoms and all this other goofy shit that they like. But really dealing with being married to a bunch of women, honestly, in my opinion, I don't think it'd be great for you. I think it'd send you to the grave early, in my opinion.
Well, listen, to each his own. I live my life to the point where I'm happy. I have things that I've acquired. I have assets, and I'm not settling just because a woman has a vagina and two breasts. You got to bring something to the table other than a soggy vagina. You have to be a go-getter. So, again, man, we have been programmed here in America to think that the man has to take care. If you love her, okay. If she appreciates you, if she respects you, okay, I don't have a problem with that. If that's how you live your life. But a lot of these women have been programmed, trained, if you will, to think that they can just be sassy, backtalk you, and then become your mother. With all due respect, does your wife think she's your mother?
She does.
Mm-hmm.
She does, and I got to correct her.
How did it get to that point?
But more than enough.
How did it get to that point?
Huh?
How did it get to that point?
Because, Star, I'm an alpha male, and when I told you, me and my wife been together for like 9 years. I got her when I was in high school, and then we reconnected. So I consider myself just a regular average guy, and she's what you would call, quote, high maintenance. She's very attractive, and that ain't just to me as a black dude. Like Mexicans, Arabs, like she's a gorgeous woman. So she's used to guys pandering to her, or catering to her. So she just feels like, well, hey, I don't know if she feels like she's doing me a favor of being with me because I got her when I was poor. But now that I'm doing okay, that's just part of it. But you got to think, and you already a 60-year-old dude, but Lord willing, you'll live another 20 years. So when you get to be 80 years old and you need somebody to wipe your funky ass, you don't want no woman that loves you genuinely. Like, don't you want a woman that's like, hey, Mr. Well, she ain't going to call you Star. She's going to be like, Terrain, I love
I got to jump in, man, and say that is the weakest, lamest excuse and example. Oh, well, when you get old, you're going to need somebody. I won't need somebody who thinks she's going to be my mother doing that. That's the weakest, most beta sounding response. Oh, you're going to need her. No, bitch, I don't need you. I don't, bitch, I got
So you
assets.
rather-
Hang on. I'll let you speak. Bitch, I got money. I can pay somebody to do that. You feel me? I mean, if you're happy, salute to you. I'm not trying to say, you're wrong for living the way you do, but I would never in my life acknowledge that somebody is high maintenance. What do you have children with her?
I do.
How many?
One.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 2-year-old, and I'm 45, so I can't leave her because my child support will be probably $3,000 a month.
Yeah,
shit,
you're trapped.
Another woman, but we together.
You're trapped.
No, I ain't trapped. I'm not trapped.
No,
she loved me. She loved me for real. She loved me 100. Like, I know for a fact she loves me like 100. So it's not fake love. She ain't with me because of something that I provide. Because again, I dated her in high school. I was broke, and then we reconnected in my late 30s. I'm 45 now, so she ain't with me because of something tangible. She loves me genuinely. So I mean,
let me ask you a question. Just a random question. If you were in a car accident, paralyzed from the waist down, your dick won't get hard, your legs don't work, you're in a wheelchair, her pussy starts to throbbing. Do you think that there's a chance that she might slide off and catch some back shots somewhere? Do you think there's a chance of that? Chance in hell?
I don't. I'm 99.9%. There's that 0.01% that she will, but I don't think she would.
You're in love, sir. There's nothing I can tell you. Thank you for your call. Thank you.
Salute.
He's in love. God bless him. There was no God. Let a nigga get paralyzed and waist down. Your dick don't work. Let that pussy get to throbbing one night. She get turned up on the Casamigos and she's blowing the piff or the law, whatever you call it now. Huh? She tell you, I'm gonna be right back. I'm going to the store. I'm tired. Got a nigga who'll meet her at the telly. Not even the 5-star hotel. The telly. Put her ankles behind her neck, hit the bottom of that shit, and then send her back to you. All right, let me take one more call before I take my break. 202. Good evening. We're talking about Simone Biles. Putting respect on her name. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir? Good evening.
I'm good. I actually called in because I wanted to talk about do men deserve multiple wives?
Yes, sir. But what can I ask you first? Just acknowledge Simone Biles, even if you don't know her accomplishments. She's doing the damn thing. 27 years of age, marriage. Can you just say salute to Simone? I mean, that's what we're doing.
Salute to her. You know what I mean? I'm actually jealous of people who got into gymnastics at a young age. Those people be stronger than the mud, man.
Right.
They strong as hell.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, but anyway, back to the whole thing you was talking about with the men deserve more than one wife. Now I would say that I don't believe all men do because all men aren't the same.
Right.
Somebody's got to be a janitor.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to, sweep up the hair at the barbershop. But aside from that, my father's Fulani from the Fulani tribe of Guinea, West Africa.
Okay.
My mother is American, so I'm part both. You know what I mean? My mother's American, but I was raised off of collard greens and cornbread.
Okay.
That's all I know. I wasn't raised by my father because my father was a player. He was a pimp even. He was actually a Muslim African pimp. And, he came to America because people don't realize a lot of Africans actually look up to Americans. People too busy thinking that they want to be scandalous towards us. They actually look up to us. When they get here, they do, turn their nose up, but they on the low, they be looking up to our culture because we really run the world with our culture. But anyway, my grandfather, he had 30 children. Okay. He had multiple wives. They Muslim. My father before he passed, you know, he had 3 wives. He died at 72. One of his wives was in their 20s. You know what I'm saying? So he, you know, I asked him one day, I said, you know, I said, wow, like you got 3 wives? He said, yeah. He said, I'd like to have more if I could afford it.
Yeah.
He said, I just can't afford it. And, you know, I couldn't, and I'm a man of God as a Christian, but I couldn't find it in myself to like throw the strong index finger at him, like, how dare you? I couldn't find it in myself because that's all he know. And they don't play in Africa.
Hang on a second, sir. You say your father died at 70 what?
72.
And he had 3 wives.
3 wives.
With all due respect, sir, when he said if he could afford it, he wasn't talking about financially. He was talking about he probably just didn't have enough, you know, mental capacity to afford the time to devote to each one. Now, just think about that for a second. Your father lived to be 70.
Well, I wouldn't.
Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
73, yes?
72.
72. The average nigga in America, sir, doesn't even reach 60. He's got some type of heart valve issue. What do you call that shit, man? Something with the blood, hepatitis C,
blood clots.
Yeah, blood clots. Mm-hmm. Niggas out here with glaucoma, scurvy, shingles, all sorts of shit. What is that? Where your cholesterol issues and diabetes. Niggas out here getting limbs amputated at 50, let alone 60. Your father lived to be 70 with 3 wives. That speaks volumes to me.
Mm-hmm.
That speaks volumes.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm 42 and I'm seeing niggas who I went to school with, you know, leaning, you know, by the bus stop, leaning, you know, off the dope. Yeah. But you know, what I want to say is that I can agree with what you said as far as in regards to afford, because see, he was rich. He took his money. He was a tailor. He was a pimp, but then he became a tailor because he already had those skills. And while he was a tailor, you know, he had contracts with Calvin Klein. You know, he had a shop in Manhattan downtown.
Okay.
So he was doing his thing, you know, and you know, he's a player. He's been doing his thing. You know, he get models, you know, model women and all that. I was seeing come in and out of his shop, you know, when I would visit. But you know, so what I was going to say as far as how men don't play in that other culture, some African dudes, they stomp a mud hole.
Easy. I know you're going so easy now. We can't bring that aspect to America because there are laws that will lock a nigga up for that. But I know what you're trying to say.
And they don't even be playing. He put my stepmother in ICU.
Easy, sir. I know what you're trying to say, but let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Okay, we ain't gonna go there.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna go there. But as far as like now, I believe in the Holy Scriptures, the Bible. The Bible doesn't. The New Testament doesn't come against multiple wives. To be all fair, it doesn't come against it. And so, I know a lot of there's certain African countries that actually have Christians with multiple wives. So, I don't even speak against it, but I also know personally that I can't handle multiple wives. I can't. But I ain't even here to, you know, judge people who have more, because it ain't like you could find it in scripture where it say, oh, you know, a Christian can have multiple wives. You're not gonna find it. You could search high and low. You're not gonna find it in the scripture.
Can I ask why you're making reference to the Bible and not the Quran? Why you make reference?
Well, I'm saying that because I was raised Christian. Yeah. I'm a Christian. I was converted Christian and everything like that. But
you do know that we are all Muslim, right? No matter how you were raised, sir, we're all Muslim, whether you know it or not.
Okay, why is it whether I know it or not? Why is it that?
I am Muhammad. You are Muhammad. We are all Muhammad, sir. Alhamdulillah. Go ahead and finish up.
What? Okay. All right, cool. All right, whatever, man.
Alhamdulillah.
Hey, but really though.
Allahu Akbar.
But no question, man. You know, yeah, man. You know, whatever. But yeah, man. You know, I like I said, somebody got to be a janitor. Me, I'm gonna be that dude who's gonna be the janitor because I can't handle all them women, man.
Okay, I appreciate the call. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
You're taking shots at janitors. You know, the janitor and the bus driver and the sanitation worker are the men who have the most game. Area code 973, you will be my last caller. Are you there? 973. Good evening.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Star, man? It's Jason out of East Orange, called in a few times.
Hey, man.
I know you wrapping it up, and I just felt like, good, man. Just wanted to, show respect for Simone. Remember my pops, man, before he passed, like always giving her a shout, like, look out for that girl. She's bad. She's a class act. Chocolate joint, fun size. Hate to bring that in there, but she's bad, man. But she also, she representing herself right, and that definitely deserved a call and a shout out.
Why isn't there more support from her? Why isn't she making $20 million a year in sponsors?
I don't know. Is it that gymnastics just isn't that, like, it doesn't have a big following? I want to say it's that, sir, but I'm sure it's more.
Sir, going back to Mary Lou Retton, Olga Corbett, and all these other people throughout history, gymnastics is where the bag is for the white girls. Traditionally, it has been.
Okay. It could be my ignorance. In that case, then, I'm gonna just flow with the, what's being highlighted these days, the sexy reds and all that foolishness.
Listen, I'm ignorant as well. I'm ignorant as well. Let me Google Simone Biles Wheaties. Has she been on the cover of Wheaties?
Didn't she?
Okay, there she is. Cover of Wheaties.
Yeah,
Okay,
she did. Soon as you said it, I was like, yo, I can picture her face.
There
nice.
she is.
Okay. I mean, we got to, I don't know how.
Why doesn't she get a cut off of every box? Hang on. Why doesn't she get a cut off of every box sold? Come on, the most decorated.
The most of all time. That's legendary, man. Legendary.
Iconic.
Sack all the way.
Iconic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If she were a white boy who had a tool, a white boy who had a tool, a transgender gymnastics be making $50 million a year. Go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Marlon.
That's a fact, man. Foolishness is ruling right now. Hell, unfortunately, that's for sure, man. That's for sure. But I'm gonna let you wrap up, man. Always a pleasure, bro.
Before you go, sir.
Go
ahead. Do men deserve multiple wives? You sound like a knowledgeable man.
How did I not touch on that? How did I not?
You don't have to agree with me. I'm just asking questions.
Oh no, look, I agree, yo. You killed it with it would solve a lot of problems because evolutionary. We aren't adapted to this new way of going, I think only penguins and like one other species is really on it like that. So we trying to force something, and man, it's a very few that I see really, making that work. And you killed it with that too. I heard you say that multiple times, and you never lied. You never lie. My dudes hate me. I'm older and I'm single, no kids, and they literally tell me like, yo, I hate you, yo. Like nobody's rushing home to smash.
Right.
No one is excited about it, and and some dudes lie like, oh no, you ain't excited, bro. When you're excited about it, you know. So you're not say that should rule everything. We have to. It's a survival mechanism like the family, so we need that. It betters society.
Right.
But hey, we're not talking about eliminating the family. We're just saying let's broaden things and make things a little more peaceful,
Yeah.
So we can all be happy.
Yeah. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
Yep, agreed.
Thank you.
Always. Easy, bro. All right.
Okay.
I just need a reason. I just need to know what's on your mind. Tell me what you're needing. You can call my name, I'll be around. Dum da da, dum dum da da, dum da da, dum dum da da, dum dum. The sky is falling, dum dum da da, dum dum da da. my name, I'll be around. The sky's falling. Keep you safe and sound.